Hello, and welcome to my field experience summary presentation. This is Susanna Kerner. The child I observed is named Kaia. Kaia is a female. She's 11 years old and in the 6th grade. Kaia is the oldest of 4 siblings and comes from a blended family. She goes to a highly rated middle school and has a close-knit group of friends. I was able to observe Kaia at her home and at her school, as well as at the beach, a park, and a playground. Here are two of the most significant events I noticed while observing her and how these events related to specific course content. Kaia's beach boat. Kaia's metacognition skills have shown me that her cognitive development influences the way she thinks and behaves. She demonstrated these skills when she designed and executed the building of her beach boat. Kaia was able to use 3 essential skills necessary for successful metacognition: planning, monitoring, and evaluating. She designed the boat by drawing it with a stick, planning, assigned her siblings and friends different tasks to work on and critiqued them as they worked, monitoring. Then she checked their work to see if the boat was completed sufficiently enough to play in, evaluating. According to Erickson's psychosocial theory, school-age children fall into 2 categories: initiative versus guilt, and initiative versus inferiority. So, if a child is leaning more to the initiative side of things, they will be more successful. For example, children must learn to integrate their interests and personal exploration and use their imagination while working with others. Kaia demonstrated these skills when she took the initiative to create and build her beach boat with her peers. The second significant event was on the monkey bars. While Kaia was playing on a playground at the park, her younger sister wanted to swing on the monkey bars. She was having difficulty figuring out how to do it, so Kaia helped her up and explained how she should move her body and make sure to keep her momentum going so as not to fall, amongst many other suggestions. Kaia then demonstrated to her younger sister how she herself does it. Her younger sister then tried to do it as Kaia verbally and physically helped her until her sister could do it on her own. This perfectly demonstrates Vygotsky's zone of proximal development theory. Kaia used scaffolding to transfer her knowledge to her younger sister. Scaffolding is support provided from an adult or more capable peer that enables a child to learn new skills, which we learned in the Social Theories of Development lecture by Professor Gonzalez. This next section is regarding what I learned about Kaia's cognitive and social development. I learned of the importance of early parental involvement for successful cognitive development. For instance, Kaia had a strong foundation from birth to 4 years old. Her parents took great care to play with her and read to her. As a firstborn child, she received a great amount of attention in this regard. This set her up for strong cognitive development. Kaia has developed strong problem-solving skills as well. When her siblings fought over a car before they were to leave for her guitar practice, Kaia was able to identify the problem and find a solution. She recognized that this was a regular pattern for her siblings and was able to come up with a positive outcome for all involved. In terms of social development, Kaia has a lot of maturity and self-confidence. Kaia's sociocultural interactions and social development play a key role in the way that she thinks and behaves. She is the oldest of 4 siblings and enjoys hanging out with adults, so she has great motivation to prove herself worthy of adult attention and to be a good role model for her younger siblings. Kaia has great self-esteem and maintains a close-knit circle of friends, which aids her success in school. She is a natural leader, as demonstrated with the construction of her beach boat, and how she takes on adult responsibilities when attending to her siblings. Her strong family unit has made a good foundation for her, despite going through the divorce of her parents. Here are some examples of how this experience will influence my future work and interactions with children and youth. Understanding the importance of knowing about a child's home life and background. The fact that Kaia is the oldest of 4 plays a big role in where she is developmentally. Kaia takes on great responsibilities and puts considerable pressure on herself to be a good role model to her siblings. This knowledge will help me be able to set goals with the student that are appropriate for her sociocultural status and cognitive abilities. Another meaningful insight for me was in regards to how working memory functions. One day, Kaia forgot that she had a pasta car project due the next day for school. It's possible that her teacher gave her an assignment that did not hold any meaning for her other than making a pasta car, and she did not assign any importance to it. Therefore, she forgot about it. Our goal as educators is to make sure that students learn and process information deeply. In order to do this, we need to make sure that the assignments we give cause the student to think and attach meaning to the lesson. Understanding working memory is of significant importance when making lesson plans for students. In his book, Why Don't Students Like School? Willingham says, your memory is not a product of what you want to remember or what you try to remember. It's a product of what you think about. Working memory uses old information from your long term memory and attaches new information to it. If the new information is not kept activated, you will forget it. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, as our brains can only handle a certain amount of cognitive load. All of this information can help guide me when attending to my students' needs. Here are some tips for others working with 11-year-olds. Give them a safe environment. This is one of the 4 main building blocks of brain-compatible learning that we learned about in Module 7. If students are fearful or anxious, they cannot learn. Also, encourage participation, not perfection. That's a big one because at this age, children are becoming more aware of their social status and are more sensitive to perceived failures. Practice active listening. Give the student the respect of your undivided attention, and he or she will often respond with respect and attention to you in return. Another tip is to teach metacognition skills explicitly. Children on the verge of adolescence would benefit from being aware of how metacognition works so that they can see how to use it in their daily lives. This helps them organize their thinking before reaching the chaos of adolescence. Explicitly teaching these skills would transfer to other major developmental skills such as problem solving and critical thinking, and all of the habits of mind skills, which would greatly benefit them before beginning high school. I will be using this knowledge to help my students have success in education. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my presentation. Have a wonderful day, and I have enjoyed this class immensely.